92.5 WXTU, Philly's country station. It's Nicole. I'm finally here at TidalWave. Actually, fun fact, I was here yesterday. One of my best friends is obsessed with Dustin Lynch. She flew from Raleigh, North Carolina to come and see him. And I was like, no, I'm working today. I'm hanging out with the celebs backstage. So you're my first one, George. Hi, welcome.
I'm excited to kick it off with you, Nicole. Let's
go.
So,
George Birge, which I love it, and we're playing your song. And I'm like, the first time I played, I was like, I have to make sure, because it like kind of rhymes, George Birge.
Yeah.
And that's your real name?
That's my real name.
Wow,
yeah,
okay.
I didn't even invent it. You know, I just came out like that. They looked at me and they said, that's who this guy is.
And I do feel like it's a good country music name. You know what I mean? Like your parents clearly had a vision.
There's been a couple successful Georges in country music, so it definitely left me some big shoes to fill, but I'm very proud to carry the name.
So you came to Philly, you were at XTU, and I know it's a little confusing because you're from Texas.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that because I have a little bone to pick with you.
Come on.
But anyway, so even though we're at the Jersey Shore in Atlantic City, it's technically like Philly. So the Jersey Shore is part of Philly.
Sure.
So I have to like tell people that when I'm about to yell at you because you were going on your Instagram about damn Cowboys and Dak Prescott.
I know. Well, at least you can know that I'm not a bandwagon fan. Like if I admit that I'm a Cowboys fan in public, you know that I'm diehard because lately it's been pretty hard to do. But I stand behind it. You know?
Okay.
I will say that I went to high school with Nick Foles, so
you did?
I rooted for the Eagles for like 30 minutes one day.
Oh
that's
my
it.
God! Do you know him?
I do.
What breaking news! This is the best thing you can ever tell people in Philadelphia.
I mean, I like telling people I'm a Cowboys fan, but that's pretty good too.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like in the last 5 years, telling people that you know Nick Foles and went to high school with Nick Foles carries a little more weight than being a Cowboys.
He did some magic out here.
Yes.
But, you know, that gives us Texans a hall pass out here, right?
It does.
Does it not give us a little bit of street cred?
You get a hall pass for that. Wait, so did you play sports?
I was a golfer. Yeah.
Really? Do you still golf, I'm assuming?
As much as I can.
Are you good?
To do it. I played in college, yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So so you're golfing and then what, you're like humming on is like you're waiting on like hole 17, and when did you decide like I'm gonna try to be a musician?
It was actually hole 18 that I decided.
You did.
No,
you were like I haven't gotten a bleeping hole in one yet.
I started playing music. Music was my first love before I started playing golf, and I grew up in Austin, so obviously an insane live music scene out there. World famous 6th Street. I was probably playing shows about 14 with X's on my hands out there.
Oh, really?
So it was like I always loved it and was always chasing it. Now, I hope that like my early recordings never see the light of day. That was, we kind of grew up over there, but it's an awesome city. There's so much music and culture around you. It's like I had rock and roll influence and country influence and bluegrass influence, and it was just all around you, and it taught you a lot. And then, country music and golf have a really close tie, and I got into golf, and I tend to, if I dip my toe into something, dive head first. I get obsessed with the things that I like to do. So I played golf one time, and I just decided like this is my favorite thing in the world.
Were you good? And were you one of those people that were just like naturally good on your first time?
I would say I was better than I was supposed to be for my first
yeah.
time, and then played through high school. Ended up getting on the team at the University of Texas. And
you played golf at UT?
I did. So
see, I only stalked you a little bit. So I stalked at the Cowboys. See if I would have known that you played golf.
I wish you would stalk me more. I really liked it actually. Keep it up. But yeah, golf and country music, my two favorite things, and then cheesesteaks are a close third. So I got some D'Alessandro's last time I was out here. Yeah, see, I know the real deal.
Oh my God!
I'm no tourist around here.
I mean,
I got street cred.
Yes, I mean between D'Alessandro's and Nick Foles dropping 2 of Philly faves in one interview. Watch out!
I will say that like when they told me my order was ready, it did crush me a little bit because it's got the sign and then it's got the speaker. It says, George Birge, your order is ready. Fly, Eagles, fly. And I was like, oh, man, it was good. And then,
here's what I will say, though, about Dak. We have the same birthday, and so I do have a little tiny bit of, like, a little feels for him because I feel like if we have the same birthday. I can't. No, I can't. I mean, by all means.
He's got you stuttering already.
He's got a little bit. But I say, just because you're a Leo and we have the same birthday doesn't mean I can root for you. You know what I mean? But I do think he's a good guy.
I feel like maybe since I rooted for Nick a little bit, you can root for Dak a little bit out here.
Only by. Like, I'll root for him if he plays in a celebrity golf tournament, but not on the football field.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about your music, because I feel like we're talking about random stuff. So tell me about what your vibe is, what inspires you, like, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I talked about growing up in Texas, you're just surrounded by country music, so it was what I always loved. I'd say my three biggest influences are probably my namesake, George Strait. My mom jokes that I'm half named after him and half named
You
after
don't have
my dad,
do you have a black cowboy hat?
I do have a black cowboy
Okay.
hat, yeah. Gary Allen and Jason Aldean probably around that top three for me, and I would say a little bit of all of those guys are sprinkled into my sound. There's a rock and roll scene in Austin too, so we do have a high energy live set.
So I was gonna say, you like more of the
yeah.
rock country vibe.
I'd say, there's a lot of country and smoke and steel guitar and all that stuff in there, but there's some rock influence.
Okay.
too.
What
Yeah.
about this? Do you feel like you have a little white boy soul in you? Because you have a swagger about you.
I would say there's a little soul in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Because
yeah,
you're not really that vanilla. Like, I'm not getting vanilla vibes. You know what I mean?
I do like a vanilla milkshake, but I try to keep the rest of it with a little flavor. Yeah, it's just a little bit of everything. Is like, you didn't realize how lucky you were to grow up in a city like that until you get out into the rest of the world and you see how special your hometown was. So I try to carry a little bit of that like melting pot of Austin with me everywhere I go. And moved to Nashville about 8 years ago, and that was another like incredible step for me because you get there and you're popping off as one of the best in your hometown, and then you get to Nashville and you realize like everybody in the city was the best in their hometown.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like you just get better every day by just being around people. It's the songwriters and musicians, and so we're going on 8, almost 9 years in Nashville now, and I feel like I've grown a lot as an artist, like knowing my brand, knowing what I want to say, knowing how to write a song. We did 10 years in a van and trailer, so you learn how to put on a live show, and when you're starting with 5 people in the crowd and 3 of them are bartenders, you kind of figure out how to get the energy going and keep going. And they're looking a little bit different these days, but it's been a lot of fun, and this is my first time at TidalWave, so I'm excited to see it.
Which is awesome, but I'm really glad you brought that up about music, because we live in we're halfway through 2023, right? So there's been so many artists that blew up on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And we have to say, there's some people that did SoundCloud, some people that YouTube, but like TikTok's like the thing now, but like you grinded. And that is a conversation I think people need to have, because when you blow up on TikTok, you don't necessarily know what it's like to play in front of 3 people, 2 of them being a bartender.
Yeah, I would say this, like, I'm finally at a spot, like, we just went top 30 this week, and God willing, hoping to have a #1 song at the end of the year. We're having some success, and I'm finally in a spot where it's working, and like, if I had to start over, I don't know necessarily that I would choose to do my 15 years of grinding over again. But now that I'm here, like, I'm really glad that I have, because we paid some dues and learned how to connect with fans and put on a live show and write a song, and there's a lot of things that I learned the hard way that at the time I was cussing, that I'm glad I went through now.
Yes.
Now, in my next life, I'd rather just the quick go of it. But yeah, now that we're here,
do you
I'm glad
believe in
we
past
did it
lives?
that
Because
way.
I do. Do you?
I'm not really sure. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Next time we talk, we could really dive into that. All right, so tell everybody how they can find you.
George Birge, Birge. Got a song called Mind on You that you can hear on XT. Turn it
It's
up
so
loud if you hear
good.
it. We're excited. We got a new album out. The singles ripping at country radio. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. And
Listen,
changing our
we
lives.
play hits, so if it's not good, we don't play it.
You heard it here first.
We did, yeah. Oh, what can you tell us really quick about Nick Foles? Is there anything? Do you have his number?
I don't have his number anymore. No,
all right, well,
it's
we
been a
gotta get
while.
it. Okay, we gotta get it.
Super,
All right.
super genuinely nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. So senior year, I'll remember we were at prom, and it was like a backyard hang before we were going to prom, and I was throwing the football at Nick Foles, and we threw it back and forth like 3 times, and by the 3rd time it was stinging my hand so bad, I was like, man, maybe let's just go inside. That's kind of when I knew that guy was like built different, right?
Yeah. And it's so crazy because like he kind of looks like an awkward giraffe at times, but then like you get him on the field, and do you ever see him play basketball? Like, it's crazy.
He was a stud at basketball in high school.
Oh my God, listen, you're our new best friend.
Oh, I like it. I'll take it.
George. All right, George, congratulations. Your song's so good. I love every day when I'm on from 2 to 7. I get excited. You have a great vibe. So happy for you. I have a feeling we're going to see more of you. So, yay, George Birge, everybody!
Nicole, you're awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. High five.